Are we on? Are we on? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding. And oh boy, tonight we have a very special guest. This basketball head is a 6'11 junior on his way to be a senior. And he was the MVP of the Brevoort Basketball League All-Star Game and Championship Game, leading the Brevoort Basketball Heads to a victory against Team Folk. He is the son of Kenny Foots Paterson, a product of Brevoort houses and a terror on a basketball court during his younger years. His son is taking what he did to a whole nother level. He attended South Shore High School with the great coach Sean Smoke Mark before moving on to Bishop Walsh and now attends the Patrick School in New Jersey. During his short career, he has acquired several offers from major colleges such as Syracuse after attending their basketball camp this summer. And I'm quite sure he lit it up. So, without further ado, help me welcome to the show my guy, Will Big Tako Paterson.
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Will Paterson here, aka Big Tako, MVP, champion.
Big
good?
time, big time, big time. What's happening, brother?
Yes, sir. Not much.
Good,
Sure,
good.
man.
Good, man, good. So, I apologize to some people that usually, I'm on time, but I had to check out and go to my guy's video shoot, my guy Capone for Capone and Noriega. Also, he teamed up with Daz Dillinger for the Dog Pound, and they had another legend there that was on the track, Havoc for Mobb Deep. So I had to go show them some love, and I also had to give my guy Capone his artwork. So you guys gonna see that. Hold on, make sure I got it on here. When I put it up and post it. All right. So listen, man. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Listen, just in case you never seen any of my show is a library of New York City basketball greats, right? Every now and again, I bring a high school guy up here. But usually, it's someone who has accomplished a lot of things already in basketball and got a story to tell. But you have earned the right because as the Thomas Diggs Sports Foundation Committee, we decided whoever wins the championship MVP will get an interview, especially for the varsity team. And you earned that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, but if you want to hear like former guys' stories, like this guy in the background who I interviewed Sunday, Derek Chivas, one of the greatest players in New York City history, played for Holy Cross. Then when he used to average 30 and 17 in high school. McDonald's All-American, Parade All-American. Then went to Missouri, became Missouri's leading scorer, and then got drafted by the Houston Rockets. So there's a whole bunch of knowledge on this channel, man. But I'm glad to have you on.
Again, thank you.
No doubt. And look, this is some preparation because I believe you're going to be able to do a lot of these interviews in the future. So we want to set you up right and make sure when you go out there and you're speaking, on different talk shows, Sports Center, ESPN,
Yeah.
you holding yourself down right.
Yeah, got you.
No doubt. So I like to ask everyone this first question when they come on the show. Who introduced you to the game?
Well, my pops did. So basically, growing up in Brevoort, I didn't really know much about basketball, like besides what my father like showed me and what I seen on TV.
Right.
And I say about like around like 4 or 5 years old, he used to take me to the Coliseum, and I think I still have some pictures of me. Like I was shooting a basketball, and my dad was right there rebounding for me. I was just shooting a lot, and
You got to send me
over
those
time,
pictures, bro.
yeah, definitely, I'll definitely send you those pictures. Definitely.
Now, was you able to see it when it was tore up? Or
Yeah.
was it?
No, it was tore up. It was wild. Like the Coliseum, I know it was banged up, really banged up.
Right. So, I'm glad you brought that up because, I know a lot of people kind of visit us this summer probably thought the court has always looked like that.
Nah.
And, I'm going to let a little bit out the bag. We're actually filming a documentary now. My guys is up here. 3 Cinema Media. My guy, AB, FX, and Chandler, they're up here from South Carolina, and they're documenting how I was able to get the court fixed, and it happened all through the basketball show. So you're going to get to hear that story later on. But I'm glad you was able to experience how the Coliseum used to look compared to what's look now, and then how it's going to look next year, because we're not finished with it. Right? So
can't wait to see.
Some big things about to go on, man. It's a big thing. So let me think, I don't know if you know too much history about your dad playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your dad was a beast back in the days, especially for guys like me coming up, right?
Yeah.
A little bit older than me. He was the guy that would challenge me, and if you can get a shot over foot, she was good because he was very good at blocking shots. And then he had that left hand jump. He had that left hand jump hook, which was nasty, man. A lot of people couldn't stop it. So when I think it's 1985, Coach Thomas Diggs, who the court is named after, he was our coach back in the days. And I was so mad because I just made Lincoln as a freshman, which was like unheard of back in the days. And I wanted to play on the team, but you had guys who was older than me who earned the right, and your dad was one of those guys. So I didn't really come of age till I was able to get a shot over foot. And one day Georgetown was playing against Georgia Tech, and John Sally was facing Patrick Ewing. And Patrick Ewing, was known for blocking everybody's shot, but John Sally dunked on him, right? And John Sally's name was Spider. So when the game was over, we all would go outside and play, and lo and behold, I caught your dad with one, and guys around my way started calling me Spider. So I got that nickname going to Lincoln. A lot of guys knew me as that, but it wasn't like it was a constant thing. I was embarrassed to him. I was just able to get that one off of him, which gave me confidence because he was a guy who always dominated. So salute to Foots, man. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Never forget that. For sure.
Definitely.
Those people that's on Instagram right now, come to NYC Basketball Network, the YouTube channel. All right. I'm on here with my guy, Big Tako. Y'all already know who he is.
Yes, sir.
For sure. So, when I first met you, you was going to South Shore.
Yeah.
I remember that because I just saw this tall Lincoln kid walking down Bainbridge Street. I'm like, yo, you have to play ball. And I was like, where did you go? And he was like, South Shore. I was like, okay. Smoke got another one. So how was that experience when you first? Well, matter of fact, let's go back. Let's go back. Start back from when Dad was teaching you. You know, he would teach you the game. But when did you start to take the game serious?
I say when I started taking the game serious like my freshman sophomore year, but it got even more serious during my junior year and upcoming senior year. But like what jump started that was like I came off injury like in 8th grade going into high school, right? I was like, yo, for real, if I end up getting more injuries, hurting myself or whatnot, I'm not ever gonna play and make millions because I want my dad to be proud of me, man. Like
Right.
he had the opportunity to make it, but unfortunately some things got into his way and I'm the last man standing and I'm thinking to myself, yo, I really gotta take this seriously. If I don't, then I feel like a disappointment or a letdown, but don't worry. I'm locked
Look,
in.
that's right, man. Look, you got the whole community behind you, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
And this is, this is a real big deal for you to be stepping up the way you're doing and wanting to get better,
Yeah.
because we seeing the progress right in front of our eyes, right? Now, tell me about that growth spurt, because when I was a freshman, I went to Lincoln at 5'8", and then the summer of my sophomore year, I grew to 6'4", and then I grew to 6'5" and 6'6". My knees was bothering me. It was kind of awkward. How was your growth spurt?
Our growth spurt was kind of crazy. So I'm saying at the start of 8th grade, I was about like 6'8", 6'9".
Mm-hmm.
And then over the summer, I grew up to be like 6'10", 6'11". And currently 7 foot now. It's just like the growth spurt between, I'd say about 6th to 8th, and then from 9th to 10th is insane. Because
Right.
I grew a lot. And my knees started to hurt a lot too, so I had to be careful of that
Yes.
during the growth spurts. It's crazy.
Let me give you a secret, right? You young, so if you start young, because they're gonna force you to do in college, and when you get to the league, it's gonna be even more intensified. And this is what we talk. We talking that to existence. Get used to ice.
Yeah, definitely.
Get used to ice. Keep it on you. I tell kids now, LeBron has a machine that costs maybe $250,000, and he goes in and it rehabs his body. It's like an ice machine,
Yeah.
right? When you get to the next level, you're gonna have to be taking ice baths in college. They got the whirlpool.
Yeah.
Get used to that, because it'll kind of help you rehab your body while other guys is not doing that. Your body be in tip top shape.
Yeah, players got to get used to that because if they don't ice and they go into a game like sore or in pain or whatnot, they're not going to perform good, and they're just going to make themselves look bad. Like before game, like I usually use these. I usually put these on my knees, like
Nice.
after a practice. Like they're Orbeez, so they freeze, and these last for like an hour. So I would recommend people get like one of these or just some pad because it's important. Recovery is very important.
Yes, and taking care of your body, definitely important.
Definitely.
Wow. So give me some insights on your first game. What was your first game like?
First game, I was nervous because like
All of us was, man. Trust me.
I was so nervous. Like I was shaking, but I eventually got myself together. Like I wasn't the best. I caught a lot of blocks though because I'm very tall. I have very long arms, so I was able to
Right.
block a lot of shots. Not that many points because I wasn't very coordinated at first. So I say my first game was like okay. I got a lot of blocks and rebounds, but not that many points though. And I know I should have gotten points, but it's just like I was kind of new to it. So yeah, I was very nervous.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, young king. And 99% of the guys who I interview, whether they street legends, whether they NBA players or college greats, all of them were nervous that first game. So it's just a normal reaction. It's a lot going on. You got to remember plays. Referees is calling plays, right?
Yeah.
Blowing the whistle. Then you got people in the stands. It's a lot going on. So definitely, I understand that. So let's go back to your dad, right? Did he give you advice on your approach to the game and how you should approach the game, or that came from someone else?
Oh, he started me off. He was like, "Oh, if you're gonna approach the game, approach it with like a beast mentality. Like, if you're scared to go on the court and try and bust someone's ass, bro, they're gonna bust your ass, and then you're gonna get no retribution. You're not gonna get your get back or whatever. Like, go into the game and be an animal. Unleash like a certain part of you that you never knew like existed. And I never really thought about that until now, because now it's actually starting to show itself, especially when I'm playing in Brevoort, because every time I play in Brevoort, I think of my pops, because it's like, I'm representing him, because he's a legend in my opinion,
right.
and
No,
the
he
people's
is.
opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a legend. So I wanted to represent him, but I wanted to like represent like a better version of him, a person that can do pretty much almost everything. So yeah, I took what he said.
I remember that first game against Transit Tech and Ashton Takeoff Reynolds. He caught a banger, right? And I think you caught one, and it was just like, he caught another one. And I just seen something in you, like that fire in you. And I just sat back and I was like, he got some dog in him. Because usually guys who are tall, they usually get it later on. But I saw a little bit of fire in you, which, kind of said, okay, this kid got some dog in him.
Yeah.
Listen, that game was crazy. I think you had like 8 dunks and he had 7 dunks that game.
Yeah.
I think I taped that game too. I think I taped it. It should be on YouTube. I taped most of our games.
I saw it. It was when I was talking trash to the kid, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because he was talking crazy. My pops, and I think my brother was right there. I'm like, bro, I'm not letting you do that. My pops is right there.
Right.
Nah. I was heated like that. That really woke me up, because I was like, nah. Disrespecting me in my hood is crazy.
Yeah,
Cannot let that slide. Had to dunk on him and his teammate real quick.
And then you caught one, and you start tapping your head.
Yup.
And then the kids in the stands, the little kids in the stands, they was doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't know about. Oh yeah, and I saw my brother was just sitting there cheesing. He didn't even say nothing. He just knew. He just knew it was go time. Because once I got heated up, it was over. He already knew what was going down.
Now, do you realize you're a rare breed, right?
Yeah.
And I hope you don't lose this, because somehow coaches have a way of talking kids into doing other things. There's not too many back to the basket big men, right? You are a rarity, right? And I know it's a lot of guys out there that's 7 feet, that shoot threes and all that, but they don't win championships.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it a buck. Those guys don't win the chips, right? Now, if you can have that in your game, that's cool. That's cool. But when nobody can stop you and you're unstoppable, like a Shaq, an Embiid, who's a little bit versatile, but when Embiid put his back to the basket, what happens? Total domination.
Not for real.
So you're a rare breed, and who are some of the people that you're working with right now that's helping you get to that next level?
I have a lot of coaches, but I would say the main coach that helps me is a director of the program that I play in. His name is Raheem Anderson.
I know Ra.
Yeah.
Salute, Ra. Salute.
Yeah, definitely. He helps me the most. He got me in the gym, a weight room, then on the court shooting. Like, no, he knows what he's doing. I trust the process with him, and I feel like everything is gonna be fine if I just stay locked in with him and just listen. But nah, he's the one that helped me the most.
Great coach, man.
Great.
Keep doing your thing, Rod. We proud of you, brother. So listen, what's the difference between last summer and this summer?
This summer, I had to prove a point because a person close to me named Brett, this is one of my coaches or uncles that came to Brevoort. Like, I think you met him or whatnot, but like, nah, he told me that last year it wasn't really a good summer because I really wasn't locked in. So this summer you have something to prove that you aren't ass or that you are capable of doing more. So I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely. And one Brevoort proved that, and many other games proved that I was really, really nice. So I feel like the main difference in between both summers was like the intensity and like the determination that I had to get better. So, yeah.
What was it like playing with the talent that you had around you in Brevoort? Because we surrounded you with a lot of talent, a lot of good players.
No, I felt good. I know most of the players personally, like Tata, Smokey, like all of them. I know all of them by heart. So most of them by heart. But like, nah.
And Christian
felt,
one of the top players in the city as well. So was Jakai.
Christian too. Christian and
Yeah.
Jakai both know personally, play with them. It felt good like playing with all the talent I had around me because I know what they're capable of. They know what I'm capable of, and we have good chemistry. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Good. So listen, when you was able to get to the All-Star game and win MVP. Now, we had the best players in the league playing in this game. And for some reason or another, and I hope this changes next year, it's like either you kind of let everybody do their thing and then you come alive in the second half, or you just not as locked in the first half as you are in the second half. Because it happened both in the All-Star game and a few other games, but when we talk about just when a whole bunch of talents on the court, the All-Star game and the championship game, let's talk about the All-Star game first. What was it about the All-Star game that made you come alive in the second half?
Well, I mainly say is that the people that are in the All-Star game, I want them to get their shine. Even though I made a few internal mistakes that I could have like fixed, like immediately, I just let it rock because all the people that play in the All-Star game, they earn that spot to play there.
Gotcha.
Like most definitely, Tata Morant, all of them, they all earn that spot, so they need they shine. And I'm not like, nah, never mind that. But like, nah, everyone there, they deserve their minutes. What they like, the little spotlight of fame or whatnot. So I'm gonna let them cook up, and then the second half is big taco time. Like, you know, like y'all can have your little moments, but I'm gonna show everyone that I really do this.
Okay. And that leads me to the championship game, right? Because look, Young King, the name of the team was the Brevoort Basketball Heads.
Yeah.
And I would get guys hit me up like, yo, how's your team undefeated? And I'm like, yo, bro, have you seen the caliber of kids that we have on this team? It's amazing the amount of talent that we have in the neighborhood. Not only I was rooting for y'all because y'all from the neighborhood, but it was like just for name's sake. And Team Folk, you know, they came out red hot.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, nah, no.
That wasn't a pushover.
Yeah,
at all. So what do you think was the moment when, because I wasn't in the huddle, and Coach M. Salute to Coach M. And Coach James, who did an excellent job coaching y'all through that. What was that moment like in those huddles where he was telling y'all, you know, when you guys was down going into like maybe the third quarter?
He told me what I was doing wrong, and I'm like, yeah, I know I'm doing it wrong. Like, I'm not really playing like 100%. I missed a couple of blocks and rebounds and whatnot, and my mind is just like combobulated because one, it's a championship game. 2, a lot of people are depending on me. And 3, I remember hearing this from a lady because a lady came up to me and was like, "Oh, the other team in the championship game, they said they're gonna destroy y'all." And I'm like, "Oh, for real?" I thought about that going into like the third, fourth quarter. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's why." I'm like, "All right, but I'm about to turn up because y'all think y'all about to walk away with a win." And my hood, like, no, I cannot let this happen. So
And then
yeah,
I text you the day before, like you stunk up the court the night before, and you was
yeah,
like, yeah, you're right, I got you. And look, I want to say thank you because you came through and you kept your word.
yeah, definitely.
Appreciate
I had
that.
to cook up, definitely.
Wow. All right, let's talk about something serious now because without this, you don't get to the next level and go where you need to go. How was your grades?
Oh, pretty decent. Look, the main thing that I would have to like stay consistent with is like doing homework consistently. Because there's sometimes I just like forget about it and just go to sleep or do something else. But like it's starting to click. Like no, I really gotta lock in on like homework. Like in school, I'll be completely fine. Like I'll be calm, do work. So my grades were good. They were like they're not really shifting. They were just staying like okay, like B's and a couple A's, like maybe one C. So they were all right.
Get them to where they're not just all right because you can write your ticket to go anywhere you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Because a lot of us, including myself, had to go. I went to prep school my senior year. I even do a prep year. I went to school my senior year because I was going to be ineligible because I BS'd around and didn't do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And I always tell kids that make sure that your grades, you take that serious. And that helps you handle your paperwork later on and your paper. All right? Can't hear you.
My fault. I said definitely.
Yeah. That's good. That's good to know. So, what are some of the things about your game you think you have to improve on?
I would say I would have to improve in like I would say more of like rebounding out of area because I usually would box a person so far out that the rebound would just be like it would drop right in front of the rim and I'm all the way out to like the 3-point line. Like I'm getting better at that because like I put a lot of effort into rebounding. Like if I box someone out, I'm not letting you get this rebound over me. So I would say I have to work on that. Another part is my left hand because it's not the best at all. I'm very clutch with my right hand, but it's my left I'm starting to get a little bit better at. So I would say my left and rebounding out of area is what I have to work on.
Yeah, it's good when you're doing workouts or you know y'all having drills or doing one-on-ones. Um, where you just be left hand dominant and even just go to the park and just shoot left hand layups and jump hooks all day. Because
Yeah,
if the right is already working, once you get the left hand working, it's going to be a problem.
very big problem.
Yeah, and another thing, some advice, because you're so big, a lot of time your hands is down. You keep your hands up, you will block way more shots than you do.
Yeah,
I think so. Because please, you get up quick. That's the advantage that you have over people, right? Your bounce is not slow. So if they put up the shot, you definitely average more block shots.
yeah,
So, like I told you a couple of weeks ago, if you improve and dominate next year and what you did this summer, you will leave here as one of the greats. Because the last time the house team won, as far as I know, I don't know in the 90s because I wasn't around here then.
yeah,
Um, the house team won championship was in 1988. And you see that? Hold on, where's it at? You see that trophy right there in the back?
yeah. I see it.
Right there. That's the MVP trophy from 1998. Excuse
Nice.
me. Sorry. 1988.
I see.
Long time. So that's from the 80s. So it was glad that you guys brought it back home. And the first inaugural tournament that we had in the Coliseum in over 25 years. So, yeah, so next year is definitely going to be a lot bigger because no matter where I go, no matter what tournament I go to or visit, everyone is always pulling my coattail like, yo, Pooh, I'm putting a team in it next year. Yo, Pooh, we coming to Brevoort next year. Yo, we coming to Brevoort next year. So we had 10 teams this year and maybe like 20 teams in Brevoort next year.
Huh. If I get the chance, they all get eliminated, man.
Yeah, all the top high schools now is, and championship day always out there. All the coaches is out there watching. So it's definitely gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah.
We lock this down before things get too crazy out here. All right. So I know you start school tomorrow, right?
Nah, it's on the 12th. It's next week.
Oh, okay, on the 12th. Okay. I didn't know that you went this Thursday. But I do. And before we leave, I want to get to my top five. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Top 5. Answer these questions, and you'll be good. Hopefully, you can get them all right. There ain't no right or, there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong in this. I'm scaring you. All right. Top 5 players you played against.
All right. I'll have to say for UIBL, I'll say Aaron Bradshaw, Gavin Walsh, Derek Lively. Who else? That was really tough. One of the guards from CP3. Those 3 plus Bryce McGowens and TJ the point guard or TJ Robinson.
Okay. You played against some dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Top 5 players you played with.
Mackenzie McBako, I think he plays. No, he's at Roselle right now. Well,
Okay.
He don't remember, but we played with each other back in hoop group.
Okay.
Another player I would have to say is Toby Awaka and Yusuf Sagade.
Yes.
John Tripp and Tahad Pettiford. My EYBL teammates. They're really good.
Dope. All right. It's a lot of pressure here right now, young man. Top 5 sneakers to play in.
Top 5? Nike. I love playing in Nikes.
That's what I'm talking about. Get that contract early, son. Get that contract.
Definitely. Nikes is number 1. Hold on. Under Armour is next.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
I would say, dang, I haven't really played in Adidas. No, Adidas is 3rd.
Okay.
They're all right.
Okay.
Pumas is 4th. And the last one is the last one, man. I don't know other brands that I haven't really played in any other brands besides those 4.
You never played in Jordans before?
Nah. Like I don't really feel like Jordans are like meant for basketball sneakers. Like the ones that I have on my shelf right now, they don't feel like basketball sneakers. Cause like
let me see.
They're super flat. Like the ones right here. Hold on. Let me pull these out right here. Like these right here. These are not meant to be jumping in because I tried playing basketball in these sneakers.
Right.
It was not pretty. Like I went up to dunk on someone. I did. They got dunked on. But it hurt my toes so bad right after I landed, bro. Because, oh my goodness. See, now, this is why you should be playing in Nike.
Nice.
The Nike, Kyrie's, something.
What size you wear, fam?
18.
Okay. My high school teammate Perry Carter, he wore a size 18, but he was only like 6'8", 6'9", was big brolic kid from DC.
Nice.
Okay. Answer this question right, young man.
Yeah, I got you.
Top 5 tournaments.
The Brevoort Basketball League.
That's what I'm saying, fam. Yes.
I'd say like EYBL, like the PGM tournament was like my favorite because top level athletes. Spooky Nuke, no, not even Spooky Nuke. Hoop Group, Spooky Nuke, and there was another tournament. Actually, no, those are my top 4. Other ones I kind of did not like. So
okay. Did you hold on? What's my man name? Okay, hold on. Pull up something real quick. Did you hear about the article about where Adam Silver talking about youth basketball and the amount of ball that they're playing?
No, I seen some of it. Not all of it though.
Yeah, he just talked about guys in high school playing so much basketball, by the time they get to the league, they're acquiring too many injuries. And he wasn't naming like city tournaments. He was just saying like, far as the AAU circuit with the amount of games that's back to back to back to back. And I'm saying to myself, sometimes you have back to back games in the NBA.
Yeah.
You have 82 games in the NBA.
Yeah. I feel like like recovery again is like the most important thing. Like, don't go into the next game and you're sore and you're tired or not, because it's gonna lead to a bigger injury than the one that you would have if you didn't recover. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, recovery, the most important thing. Like, don't stay up all night, ice, take a shower, stretch, do all the important things, drink water. Like, maintain yourself. Make sure your body is like 100%, not like 87 or 76 or 3%. You need to make sure your body is 100% okay.
Who are you studying? What guys in the NBA are you studying to make sure that you go on the right path?
I would say the basics like Shaq, 1, Joel Embiid, 2, Giannis is 3. I feel like he's more advanced though because he's starting to learn how to do a lot more stuff that most bigs can't do.
Yeah.
LeBron is 4. And I would say Kevin Garnett is 5.
Watch your thumb. Yeah, I can't see. Okay. Yeah. Kevin Garnett was very, very special. And to do what he was able to do with not such a large frame, but he had so much dog and so much fire and so much skills. He was able, to do his thing at a very young age. So is LeBron.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So listen, man. Any last words before we get up out of here, man? Let you go so you get your rest.
Man, all I want to say is thank you again for having me on the show. And I'm glad that I was able to represent Brevoort in that tournament. And I was glad I was able to take home an MVP and a championship for the hood, That's all I got to say. Oh, and one more thing. Another tournament that I liked to be in was the NIBC. It was actually a good tournament. But still,
where's that at?
Oh, no, they actually hosted it like in a whole bunch of places like Indianapolis. They actually hosted it at like Bishop Walsh, but at like Allegheny College. It was a very dope tournament, like IMG, Montverde, and all them other good schools like Oak Hill. Like there was a bunch of good schools in the whole tournament, but like still, yeah.
And what before you get out of here, because I wanted to ask you this question in the beginning. What made you leave South Shore?
Well, it mostly wasn't my decision, but like the main reason why I left South Shore is because my coaches didn't want me in the city because they felt like it was going to be a big distraction. They wanted to send me somewhere quiet so I'm able to like actually like focus up and do schoolwork and whatnot and just be successful like by myself. Like,
That's
oh
real.
yeah, they wanted me to be out of state, so I ain't argue. I just let it happen.
No, that's all good. But the one thing that you always say, Brevoort's your hood, Brevoort's your home, and don't ever forget that. And make sure wherever you go, you represent New York City to the fullest.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
No doubt, man. And look, what size do you wear?
18.
No, I'm not. Hold on for a sec. I got this for you. It's a 5X. See that?
Yeah.
This is for you, man.
Hey man, I'll definitely take it.
If it's too big, I got a 4X, but this is.
I'll give that to my pops. I'll take the 4X.
Nah, I already get your father. Your father already blessed him already.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But this gonna be for you. All right, I got 4X for you, fam.
Thank you.
All right. So look,
Yeah.
you keep making us proud, man, and I'm quite sure your dad is watching right now, and he's very proud, probably crying right now. Salute, Foots. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, Pop.
That's right, man. And salute to your rest of your family, man. And just keep me informed. Hit me up. I'll come out to New Jersey, come see you play, man. For real.
Yeah, definitely. Got you.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, take care, King.
All right, you too.
All right, peace. Wow. See? The next generation of basketball heads making everyone proud. A lot of times we don't get a chance to connect with our young kids in the neighborhood because we too busy, we live in life, and we doing the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves. But sometimes we got to slow down and give a kid an ear. Sometimes just give them some advice. And if you can't do what we doing with the Brevoort Basketball Coliseum and the Thomas E. Diggs Jr. Sports Foundation Committee, we want to give all the kids a shot and make sure that they can have a path in life that'll give them a chance to be successful. And basketball has done it for me. And now we're getting to see basketball shape the lives of others. So I want to give a shout out to my young king, Will Big Tako Paterson, for coming back home and representing Brevoort the right way. To everybody out there, I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding, and you've been watching Basketball Heads Live. New York City Basketball Network and the official home for New York City basketball. Sorry we was late, but now we're gone. Peace.